Polk County, 1 in 10 residents will be diagnosed with diabetes at some point in their life. This epidemic has started to affect our county in very serious ways. With us today we have Marilyn Sylvia, outreach nurse from Polk Health Care plan, to talk to us today about several classes that she has planned to help educate our residents about diabetes. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's like 26 million people approximately in the United States diagnosed with diabetes, and it's just crazy. That's a large number of people, and there's 7 million that probably haven't even been diagnosed with it yet.
That's amazing.
So it has become an epidemic, and awareness is so important. So we really want to get the word out and teach people, and let them know what they need to look for and how to, curtail this and just make life easier for everybody. And
well, that's fantastic. Now, when did you start doing these classes?
Well, just recently. Last month was our first one, and it went over well. And we just want to do it at least a couple a month. Polk Health Care plan wants to just get the word out to everyone and just to educate everybody that we can, because awareness is the biggest thing that's going to help.
I think these diabetes classes are really a phenomenal idea. What do residents have to look forward to that want to take part in them?
Well, they just show up and we just discuss the things that will help control the diabetes. First, kind of just make them aware of how, what to look for, the signs and symptoms, and then we kind of go into things that will help, like diet. Nutrition is a big part of controlling diabetes, and exercise. I mean, it can be simple exercises, just get people thinking in the right direction and, help them learn to manage their diabetes, and everybody, even pre-diabetes, it'll help anybody, just to learn to control their symptoms. And
now, as a whole, what are some of the things that contribute to people getting diabetes? I've always been interested in that.
Well, heredity plays a big part in it. And there's actually different kinds of diabetes, which we'll go over that too. There's different types. Some people can, children can get diabetes, and that's the type 1. Type 2 is usually, gradual onset and usually later in years. And people that tend to be fluffy or are overweight, they are more apt to get diabetes too. So it's a lot of factors.
Well, as a fellow fluffy person, I will definitely have to check one of these out and find out more information.
Yeah.
Now, where in the county will these classes be taking? Are you going to be having it in a central place, or are they going to be in several different places?
We're actually going to just go all around the county and try to hit all the different areas. So people that are, out there and don't have ways to come all the way in will be able to get to the classes.
Well, that's great. So you're taking it to the people.
We're taking it to the people, yeah.
That's fantastic. Makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
Now, how long are the classes usually for people that do take part?
They're usually like 2 to 3 hours long, so it's not too long for them, but just enough to kind of give them, the basic education, and, and if they do need any more education or questions, they can feel free to call me or let me know, and I can give them more details.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be an interactive experience.
It's totally going to be an interactive class, yeah.
Excellent. Now, what do you think is the primary takeaway that you would really like for most people to leave those classes knowing?
I just want them to be aware of what diabetes is, and to know that even though there isn't a cure right now for diabetes, there is ways to treat it. And it's so important because diabetes can lead to other things, heart disease. It can affect your eyes, blindness, your kidneys. There's just so much involved, and it's so important that they learn how to handle this if they do have it, because a lot of people are in denial. They don't, they say, oh, no, I don't really have diabetes. But if they can learn to accept it and change their lifestyle, it'll just be great, save a lot of lives. And
definitely.
That's what that's what my goal is just to get the word out there.
Well, I really wish that there was classes like this when my grandparents were younger, because my grandfather actually got diabetes and they ended up having to take off his foot because of it.
Yeah.
So the point that you're making, that education is so important, really does strike home for me.
Yeah.
Now, are you teaching all the classes, or do you have someone else who is also doing it
I
with you?
am currently the only one teaching, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, considering how personable you are, I think people are going to have a great time with it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Is there anything that you'd like to let the public know, other than what we've spoken about?
Just that they can call me anytime. If I don't answer, just leave a message and I will call them back and answer any questions they may have.
Now, I know from the literature that you've sent me that the diabetic management classes are all free and open to anyone in the public. Is that actually true?
That is correct. Polk Health Care plan wants to get the word out, and it is totally free, so anyone is welcome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Marilyn, I want to thank you so much for coming out today and telling us about the diabetic management classes that Polk Health Care plan is offering.
Well, thank you for having me here and allowing me to get the word out. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. The Polk County Health Care Plan is sponsoring diabetes management classes. An estimated 26 million Americans, 1 in 10 Polk County residents are diagnosed with diabetes. The diabetic management classes will cover basic knowledge, signs and symptoms, early detection, prevention and treatment, and stresses the importance of diet, exercise, and weight management. And if you're interested in finding out more about the diabetic management classes, contact the Polk Health Care Plan at 863-519-2041. Or you can go to their website at www.polk-county.net.